Welcome to Idaho Today. I'm Carly Cash filling in for Melissa Paul. We're starting with Mom Matters, created by moms for moms. Perimenopause is something millions of women go through, but it's not often talked about. We've got two local moms that are changing that. They're showing a powerful docuseries called Balance, a perimenopause journey. It's showing in Boise to start the conversation. I'm joined by the moms behind the event, Becca Bailey and Brooke Amadei, who is joining on Zoom. Becca, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is something, like I said, women don't really talk about it.
Totally.
I'm hearing a little bit more about perimenopause, but it is really important. So tell us about the docuseries and why it matters.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously every woman goes through menopause, but there's this whole stage before menopause that can last up to 10 years that are showing, people are showing symptoms, you're dealing with all kinds of hormone changes, and we just don't really know a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
Research has not really been there for that whole topic, and so this docuseries is super, super cool. We're very excited that we get to bring it to Boise, but these two Jane monks are filmmakers and documentarians, and they realized, you know what, we're going through this and I don't know where to find answers. I don't know what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
What is this? And so they decided to take people along in their journey. So they kind of did all kinds of research and are showing us, bringing us along through that research of what is this? What does this mean? What is the history? Where do we go? What kind of things can we do to bring balance into our lives while we're going through this important stage? So it's a really cool docuseries.
And to bring women together, you know, and realize, like, this is all normal. We're all going to go through it at some point. So, you know, let's talk about it. What will people experience when they attend the screening? Yeah,
so we got to preview it just this weekend, and it was very cool to be able to see it because we've been talking about it and promoting it, but to see it in person, it was overwhelming. Like, there's just so many different pieces to this topic, and it affects so many different women. So I'm 39, Brooke is in her 40s. We're at different phases in this, but both of us have all kinds of questions and experiences with it. So we will get to hear a lot of professionals, a lot of medical professionals talk about it. They interview all kinds of different people, from kind of the more natural side of things to kind of, you know, the hormone replacement therapies and whatnot, and kind of, again, going through that history. So we'll learn a lot by watching this docuseries, but I also think we're going to come up with a lot of questions, which is why we've invited an expert panel to join us. So we have 5 local women here in the Treasure Valley that this is their world. This is where they are spending their time. They're supporting women in our community going through all of this. And so we'll be able to have an awesome discussion and be able to get those burning questions answered by people here in the Treasure Valley.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to talk to Brooke a little bit on Zoom. Brooke, are you there? Okay, Brooke, why is it important to talk more openly about perimenopause? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's important because perimenopause, if it's not treated, it has increased risks for heart disease and depression and osteoporosis and all these things that, you know, you just think about, oh, suffer through the hot flashes and you'll be fine. But that's not actually the case. There's a lot of real medical issues that can come up with perimenopause. And as someone who is in it herself, and trying to figure out answers, it's a really confusing topic. So it's something that we're trying to shed some light on for all of the women in the Treasure Valley and give them a place where they can actually find some local resources.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm 44, so I'm right in that demographic. What can attendees expect? When is the event, and how can people get tickets, most importantly?
They can get tickets. I think you'll share the information of where they can go to sign up. But what they can expect is they will come to the event and they'll be welcomed with a health and resource lounge that has a bunch. I mean, the community support behind this event has been pretty impressive. So there will be about 13 companies that will be there talking about what they do, what resources they provide, where these people can get answers before the screening. And then we will screen the first 2 episodes of the 4 in the docuseries all together, and then we will finish it with our expert panel. Like Becca mentioned, we have some of the most incredible local resources that will be there saying, okay, now you understand a little bit more about what perimenopause is and why it's important and why you need to find ways to be treated. Here's what you can do locally in the Treasure Valley. So, and then of course we have the most insane goodie bags and a really great raffle that everyone will go home a winner.
Thank you so much, Brooke. And there will be a link to sign up on the Idaho Today social media pages as well. Coming up in just a few minutes, more on Idaho Today.